Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Dr. Lasker. I am a consultant radiologist and wow, there's been an influx of people subscribed to my channel, commenting, watching some of my videos. I really do appreciate it. It's really fun. It's really fun actually. So I haven't done a video for a while. I guess I've been busy doing more night shifts. I know, kids love caviar, they really do. I'm gonna cut down on those. I'm getting pretty tired and I feel like I'm getting older. I don't know. I normally pride myself on looking younger than I really am, but I feel like I've really aged. So there was a question that came up on my YouTube channel and it was something along the lines of, do you miss patients? And I get that question quite a lot actually, and I thought that'd be quite a good question to answer in the form of a YouTube video since I'm now a bit of a YouTuber. So the short answer to this is no. No, not at all. No, as soon as I could get rid of that patient interaction, the better. I sit in my dark room, I don't speak to anyone. I just do my scans. No, okay, I'm joking. This is going to be a little bit of an origin story as to how and why I made my decision into going into radiology, which may be useful for some of you guys. Maybe I could help you guys and make your own decision for those of you that are thinking about radiology as a profession or subspecialty. So what I found is that when I was a junior doctor and I just qualified as a junior doctor, I spent a lot of time on the wards, right? And I found there was lots of admin work and, you know, I was just sort of like filling out bits of paper, taking bloods, delivering forms to HID, and it just felt like there was no value on my time, all right? And this is something I started to really sort of cotton on to, like the value of time. Like time is so precious, and you'll hear a lot of people talk about it. I will not be the only one, but the biggest resource that anyone has out there is your time. So you've got to really kind of think about, where do I want to spend my time? And so being the young man that I was, I like to still think I'm pretty young. I remember like seeing, you know, patients who are quite unwell, some patients who weren't actually that much older than I was being quite unwell. And I used to think to myself, like, if I mean, it could be possible that I would be in the same situation very soon. Would I look back and be happy with where I spent my very finite time? And I kind of felt like, actually, no, I don't think I really want to be spending the small time I have on this planet running around the wards and handing in bits of paperwork and all this kind of thing. And I know the more senior you get in whatever job that you do, there's going to be less and less. But I just kind of saw my seniors leaving late and, you know, the seniors coming really early. And then you have to also think about, like, when you see your senior, do you want to be doing what they do? Like, is that the life that you want? And if you think, yep, I would love to be coming in at 3 o'clock in the morning and trying to fix some sort of leaking aneurysm, then yeah, good for you, man, you go do that. But for me, I just thought, no, I'd rather not actually. And so I started walking around the hospital looking for, there's no real nice way of saying it, but trying to find the kind of doctor that looked like they're doing the least. And I know the anaesthetists are not going to like me, but I did actually consider doing anaesthetics because I was running around doing the whole surgery thing for a little bit. I mean, I didn't do much, but I was doing a rotation in it. And I remember we were like in the middle of trying to close up this patient, and you know, it was just another one of these situations where, like, you know, the documentation wasn't filled out yet, so we had to wait. It took ages for the patient to be transferred. And this used to be the ongoing theme, like, you're meant to be starting surgery at such and such time, but things just took longer and longer, and what could have taken a short amount of time ended up taking ages, and you end up going home late. And so that was already something made me think, okay, I don't want to be doing surgery. And there's a few other reasons why I didn't want to do surgery. Maybe I should do a video on that, even though I might upset a few people by some of the things I would think and say. But remember, these are personal opinions. You know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with anything else. This is my opinion. And so what when I was looking around, I saw the anaesthetists and they were like on an iPad. And I thought, first of all, at the time, iPads were pretty like new, and you know, anyone who had an iPad, you're thinking, you made it, bro. Like, how did you get the iPad? How much was that thing? What on earth is that thing? And I was just looking across and I could see that, you know, they were on the iPad and they were like just looking like they weren't doing very much. And I thought, that sounds pretty cool, man. Maybe I should do anaesthetics. So I asked anaesthetist, you know, like, you know, what's it like doing what you do? You know, it looks kind of cool. I didn't want to say like, it looks like you're doing nothing, and I want to kind of get paid for doing nothing too. And they told me the exams are really hard, and I thought, ooh, exams, mate. I don't want to be doing exams. Yeah, you forget that. You stick to doing what you're doing, and I'm going to look for something else. And so I ended up stumbling into radiology, and I really liked it because it really is as 9 to 5 as it gets if you want to work 9 to 5. As in, you know, scans that come in at like 8:30, 8:40 are kind of not your problem. And the scans that come in after 5, 5:05, 5:01, they're also not your problem. You've got designated people to come in at specific times and do those scans. And so I thought that's quite nice. You know, you're leaving on time. That sounds pretty cool. And then I found out that a lot of the radiologists in the particular trust that I was at, they work from home. The scans were being sent to the house. And I thought, whoa, 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 whoa. So you're basically working from home. So that's quite nice. You could be at home, you could be with your family, having a coffee, chat to them, get the scans done. And I thought, yeah, you know what? Like, even when you're working, you're kind of doing a bit of a combination of what you really want to do. And that's where it came to the point where I really felt as though, I reckon when this all finishes, and I'm being a little bit morbid here, I want to look back and think I spent a lot of time with my family and friends, and I've got no problem with looking after other people's family and friends, but I do think there's a time and a place for that, and that's when I work. So I'm in a very privileged position of being a doctor where, you know, I can get paid to be helping people. You know, I'm paid to look after people. But for me personally, I only wanted to do that in my work time. I didn't want to be doing that in my own time. In my own time, I wanted to be going to the gym. I wanted to be watching movies and chilling with my friends and seeing my family and seeing my kids. And so, do I miss patients? No. I mean, I like meeting people. I like to make new friends. I like to interact with lots of people. But the overall cost that would take for me to have that part of looking after patients, and how much that would take away from me in terms of, I felt as though it was going to take more time away from the job in terms of what I was meant to be doing. So I found that I was meant to be doing blood tests, paperwork and all that kind of thing. And every time I had to speak to a patient for half an hour, 40 minutes, it ended up being, you know, my job list got like kind of delayed. And I really valued having the control over my time. And I think I'm going to make more videos about this, because I think a lot of people don't really, I think they forget, like, time is so finite, and you've got to really be very, very careful as to where you spend your time and what you do. And if you are going to spend your time on something, you've got to think to yourself, look, I'm not going to get that time back. Is that been worth it? Am I going to look back and think, you know what, that was worth my time? So in short, no, I don't. I do like patients, and I do like patient contact and doing what I do. I do some MSK radiology where I do injections into joints and stuff like that. And that interaction is good enough for me. It's good enough for me. Like, I get to meet people, get to talk to people, and someone who, I mean, I'm someone who likes to go to the gym, so doing musculoskeletal radiology is also quite nice, because I get to talk to people who are quite active, talk about their injuries. Sometimes they ask me, you know, I've really busted my bicep, does this mean I can't do this? And I'm like, well, you know, being a doctor, a consultant in musculoskeletal radiology also means I can give some advice towards like the exercise that they should be avoiding, given the anatomical area that they've got hurt in. And so I really, really enjoy that. But that's kind of where it stops for me. Like, I don't really enjoy having to chase them up, having to deal with the feelings and, you know, expectations and concerns and all that kind of thing. It just wasn't for me. And I just felt as though the time that you do that ends up taking away time from the things you really want to do. And for me, what I really want to do is do my job, go home, and that's about it. Maybe a bit of a cop-out, I'm really sorry. But that's just the way I am, and I'm not saying that's the way for everyone, but for me personally, yeah, that's why I don't really miss patient contact. And if you're like me, then you may be the same, whereas where you do like some patient contact, but you don't want it to be the entirety of your job. So hopefully that was a useful video. Answer that question as to becoming a radiologist. Does that mean that you miss patients? Yes and no, but mostly no. That's the answer, mostly no. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully that was useful for some of you guys out there that are thinking about doing radiology or wondering, why would anyone do radiology? It makes no sense. Hopefully that does make sense. And anyway, if you do like the videos, do like and subscribe. I am doing some more videos as time goes on. I'm now working with a channel sponsor called Collective Minds Radiology, and they are supporting me to be able to give some YouTube radiology teaching out there. So do check it out. I do have a few videos that you can check out where you can actually learn some radiology via watching my video and actually interacting with the cases. If you do have a bit of time, please do check out my podcast that I do with my very good friend Therusha. We talk about medical life, things that are going on, things that concern us about medicine, and it's going quite well. People have been messaging me saying it's been their top listen to podcast, which is really, really lovely. So yeah, do join the journey. Do give it a listen and see what you think. And as always, do like and subscribe. Go on, like, subscribe. Tell your friends to join the coolest radiology channel. Coolest channel, right? Ever. Anyway, thanks so much for listening. Speak to you soon. Bye.